Hello and welcome to Are You Not Entertained? I'm Maximus Cardillo and today's guest is known as the Eternal Flame of Salvation and he's currently on his revenge tour and it's gearing up to hit the UK this summer. You may know him. His name is James Fury. Today we're going to talk all things pro wrestling and our interesting past. Enjoy the podcast. What you're doing right now, how about you tell everybody what you've been up to, dude?
Honestly, bro, just doing the pro wrestling shit, man. I'm looking forward to this UK tour that I'm about to be going on in June. And just every other weekend, just going state to state, countries, bro. Like, it's an amazing experience. And just, like, learning more about myself while I'm doing that as well. So it's just, and meeting new people, like, it's a great experience.
So, wait a minute. There was so much to unpack right there. So, you're going to the UK this summer. And didn't you just tell me you just got back from Pennsylvania this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend I'm just in Pennsylvania.
Where at in Pennsylvania?
I think Greencastle. We was at this mall, like kind of like in the middle of nowhere, called the Galleria.
Oh, really?
It was definitely an experience.
Oh, wow. You drove?
Like a 6-hour drive.
Oh, you drove. Okay.
30 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's up north because I'd never heard of that, and I live 10 minutes from Pennsylvania. That's like opposite of me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So what fed was that?
The A14 Wrestling.
How was that?
It was great. Great experience. Great crowd. It was packed out there, man. Got the W and just going from there.
Love to see it. James Fury always going over, huh?
Not always.
So what's it like on the indies, dude? I mean, last time I seen you, we were like backyard wrestling, like Fight Club in the backyard. So what's it like being on the indie scene?
Man, I will say it's just like what Karrion Kross told me, bro. Like when I first met him, he was just like, "It's not what you thought it was gonna be." You know what I mean?
No,
and I was like, "Nope, no, not at all, brother. I ain't gonna lie." And then so it's just like it's definitely a very extremely humbling experience. I will say that, and it got me a real taste of like the real world. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean? Like sometimes doing certain fields will give you a taste of that kind of shit. It's like you will see a lot of like dark aspects early on and some good stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of fake people, a lot of real moments that really test your manhood as a man. You know, so it's just like it definitely there was moments in between, especially early on, where I'm just like, bro, I either hated this shit or it just really tested me so much, and like I'm just glad that I'm still here doing it strong, and I'm just gonna keep on going forward.
Oh, I'm psyched for you, dude. I never forget the first time we met. I flew out to Michigan to wrestle for MEBW. To all the listeners who aren't familiar with that whole side of my past, I used to be a wrestler. I was pro for a couple years there, but then majority of my stuff on the internet was like a backyard wrestling fight club. I don't know how much that you want to talk about because I know that the yard is kind of looked down upon on the indies.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. I talk about this shit all the time, bro. I'm not one of those guys, bro. Like, I always say, never forget your fucking origin, bro. Like,
yeah, right, because I always found that weird as hell, dude, because because everybody yards, and then everybody wants to act like they didn't yard when they make it pro, and they're just acting like that wasn't them. Dude, I got a funny story for you, actually. So I got trained in CZW, right? Because CZW is actually, their dojo is located 10 minutes from my house.
Oh, damn, that's close as hell.
So, yeah. So it's literally in the town that I grew up in. So I trained there during COVID 2020 while I was yarding, right? So I did my tryout and everything. I passed it, whatever. Have my first training session, right? I'm in there with the boys, learning bumps. I already know bumps because the yard, and I trained with Cam Jackson in the yard and stuff like that. But anyway, some kid comes in to do his tryout. And bro, he comes in and he sees me hitting the ropes and he just won't stop staring me down. He's dead ass like locked in, making eye contact with me, and I'm like, yo, what is this guy? Is he eyeing me up like he's about to take me out? Like, does he think I'm competition? He tells the boss, DJ Hyde, he tells the guy in charge, the owner, who I am. He says, that's Maximus Roman. He wrestles for EBW Backyard Wrestling on YouTube. So DJ goes in his office, pulls out his laptop, looks up EBW, brings it out to the ring where we're training, and he shows everybody
Oh shit.
EBW in the middle of training.
Oh damn, bro.
All the boys were, first off, laughing. They thought it was hilarious. Second, they all thought I was they thought I was full of myself. They thought I was going to come in there and steamroll them and cut through the training aspect and just hop onto like the main roster and everything. I heard people saying they weren't going to sell for me. They're not going to bump for me. For one, my size. And for two, because I'm a yarder who's coming in there thinking I'm better than everybody else because I already got people recognizing me on my first day of training. So that was quite the experience. Nonetheless, to say, the yard is kind of like a controversial thing, so I didn't know where you stood with bringing it up on here.
I don't give a damn, bro. I'm not like if you were talking to rookie James, I'd be like, oh shit, you know what I mean, brother. You know what I mean? But I've been doing this shit for 3 years, still not that long, but still long enough. And it's just like within that 3 years, I learned so much shit, bro. And just like it's about being more of a man, bro. Like that's the biggest takeaway from this shit is just becoming more of a man and stepping more to manhood is my biggest thing. So just like I said, I would talk about the yard. I would talk about anything as long as it ain't nothing about the current WWE product or some shit or politics. You know, like I don't talk about that shit. But if it's yarding, I don't give a damn. Never forget your order.
Right, yeah. I think we ought to respect that shit because we were grinding in the yard, dude. We were doing that for years. I don't know about you, but I did that for about 10 years. That's where I got started on YouTube.
Yeah, bro. Fucking shit. I haven't been doing it for that long, but fucking shit. Me, probably like 5 to 6, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. I think me and you worked each other like maybe twice or 3 times or some shit.
Yeah, I think 3 maybe, because twice in MEBW, maybe once in EBW.
Yes.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that was crazy. Flying out there, I didn't know any of you people. Next thing you know, I'm sleeping in Matt Thunder's basement.
Oh, God.
I remember you slept there one night, I think, and you're like sleeping on the couch next to me. I didn't really know you like that yet.
Yeah, I was.
And this man was sleeping next to me on the couch, and I didn't know who he was. I was like, hopefully this man ain't crazy or nothing. He choked me out in my sleep, trying to take my spot on the car and choke me out in my sleep.
You funny as hell. That's the shit you gotta think about, though, bro. I remember there was this time I went to North Carolina for Cameron Jackson's shit, bro. And I was like,
oh, for real?
Area looked sketchy as hell, bro. I'm just like, shit, these dudes good, bro.
Dude, you were talking about sketchy. I flew into Detroit, and Matt Thunder's dad picks me up. He takes me all through the city, and there's chickens running through the streets. I don't know what part of Detroit they took me through.
I don't know what part, where the fuck?
They took me through some part of Detroit, bro. It was like a junkyard. It was like, I don't even know what to, like, it was like a park, right? But like, it had, like, I guess there was a lot of homeless people living there and shit. And like, there was like dolls hanging from trees, chickens running around. Like
an episode of Jumanji or something.
It was something real weird. I didn't see anything like that. It's like we drove through it and I never saw nothing like that again. But I'm pretty sure he was located right over there by 8 Mile, wasn't he?
Like his house?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Where were we? Where was he at?
Bro, we was in Warren, bro.
Yeah, but dude, okay, then they were ribbing me. Because Matt Thunder.
8 Mile, bro.
No, Matt Thunder and his dad, they were saying to me when I flew in, yeah, we'll take you see Eminem's house. We're like, we live over by 8 Mile. We're a couple miles down. Like the way it goes is the streets will go 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
so,
we are a couple miles down, but like we wasn't on 8 Mile though.
Right. Nah, they just kept hyping up. Like, we're a few streets down from 8 Mile. We'll take you, go see Eminem's house and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm about to fly. I was 17 years old when we did that.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
17 years old. My parents let me get on a plane by myself to fly to some stranger's house.
That's so fucking crazy. That's wild, bro. My parents wouldn't. That's why I never went to EBW around that time because, like, my parents won't let me go anywhere, bro.
Well, it helped because MEBW came to Jersey twice, and my dad met Matt Thunder's dad. And they got to talking, so they were cool like that, texting each other even when we weren't on trips. And so he was like, oh, you're going to go stay with him? That's cool. So that worked out in that regard.
Built that rapport.
Yeah. So basically, we had all these crazy stories from the yard. That all led us to going pro. And I was pro for 2-3 years, wrestling for Navon and a couple other places. I trained at CZW, I mentioned. But in that time, dude, I had some crazy stories. Like, so I can only imagine what you had over the past 3 years compared to my last 3 years. I mean, cause, and you wrestled for Navon the one time, right?
Yeah, I wrestled from we in 2026 now. In 2025, I wrestled from
once.
Like, yeah, the once.
The once.
Towards the end of 2025, I wrestled from.
Yeah, I don't know how it was when you were out there, but when I was out there, man, there was some characters. I saw the locker room change though, because I was on their first card that was in a venue, right? Because they went from a little backyard fed to then running venues out and actually making people pay for tickets, right? So I was there in the main event to draw their first house up there in Newburgh, and it was actually a snowstorm. And I live about 3 hours from Newburgh, so I drove 3 hours through a blizzard to make the house, dude.
Jesus.
Bro, I think a lot of people on the card, like they told Navon last minute, yo, we're not driving in this. So a lot of people weren't there, but I was one of the guys coming from furthest, and I was like, if I'm in the main event, my first, show at a real house, and I was in a casket match.
Oh shit!
It was a casket match with Novin. That's Navon's like alter ego, kind of like the Undertaker kind of gimmick. So, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go, and I got two of my friends to go with me, just to be my roadies, because I didn't want to take the driver alone. They're real ones for that. But I remember driving on the highway, bro, covered in snow. It was dangerous as all hell, but we made it.
Turn around, bro.
Yeah, I didn't want to do Navon like that because I knew it was the first time that he rented out a venue and everything. Main event match. They built the casket. Well, they were building the casket one match before we went on.
Oh, damn. Holy shit.
So, well, because like there was a lot going on, having to shovel the snow, having to build the ring. They didn't really have like a real ring crew or nothing. It was just the wrestlers. And everybody's late because of the snow. We didn't even know if people, that bought tickets were going to show. Anyways, they're building the casket right before we go on. And they're bugging, dude. They're looking at me like, Max, here's the microphone. Go out there and cut a promo on Navon because we need about 5 to 10 minutes to build the rest of this casket. We just got to screw a couple things on. And I'm like, so I haven't debuted in this territory yet, right? So I don't know who knows me from the yard. I don't know how many people watch YouTube. So it's my first time debuting in this territory out in New York. I go out there with the leather jacket, the sunglasses, shirtless, the Muay Thai pants, and it's snowing outside. And I got my leather jacket with no shirt on and soaking wet hair.
Dog.
But it goes with the character, I guess.
Hey man, you gotta make it work, bro.
Right. So right. So I walk out there with the microphone, and like there was no storyline to this casket match. It was just like we're trying to draw a house. Max and Navon wrestled in the yard. They used to have good matches. Let's just make it a casket match. I don't know what Navon was thinking. I think maybe he was trying to continue the continuity from the YouTube side of stuff, that storylines and everything.
Yeah.
So I guess like because he's going to upload it to YouTube. But the in-house crowd didn't really know the storyline or anything behind it.
They were just there for the love of the game.
Right. So I show up and I'm like, and it wasn't scheduled for me to cut a promo, so I didn't even think about a promo. But you know me, always ready to talk, my mouth off. So I go out there and I'm like, I don't even remember what I said, bro. It was like a word salad. But I just remember everything I said I was getting booed because they announced where I was from in my intro. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Although I think they botched my hometown. They didn't even get my hometown right. They said somewhere else. But they announced that I wasn't from New York. And instantly, I was a heel because of that.
Damn.
Right.
Bro.
So they should have never said where I was from or just said I was from New York.
They should have been hometown man for the night.
Bro, but they all know Navon because they're all his friends because he got his buddies and his family to fill the house. So they're booing my ass because I go out there, I'm like, so Navon McDonald, blah, blah, and I'm talking my ass off, talking shit, like thinking it's going to get some kind of reaction because Navon's the heel, and I thought that he set himself up as a heel already, but nope. So I'm getting healed. I turn heel, so I'm starting to get the heel heat. So I just start dogging Navon, and I remember seeing his family in the front row. So I just am like, all right, if you guys want to boo me, I'm going to fucking lean into it, right?
Hey, why not?
Right. So I start leaning into it, and I see his mom and his family in the front row. And I start saying shit to his family. I'm like, and you people in the front row, you're related to this guy? And I'm talking all this work. But I guess Navon has told his family that I'm babyface and he's heel.
Oh, damn.
So they're cheering me as I'm talking shit about their son to their face.
That's crazy, bro.
Because nobody else in the audience, I guess, knew that was their family or whatever. So I don't know I don't know. They were trying to play it. They were trying to play their part, make me the babyface. But I'm talking all this shit like, and I'm gonna fuck your son up. and
they tried, bro.
And they're clapping like, yeah, fuck him up. And I'm like, what the fuck?
They tried, bro.
Anyway, freaking, they got these druid guys with the druid gimmicks on, and they're carrying the casket out all of a sudden to cut my promo off by these druids coming out with the casket. And he comes out, we have this match, and it was like a 35-40 minute just
God damn.
Crazy. I don't know why we went so long. No, the ref didn't tell us to wrap it up. Navon's the showrunner. He's in the match with me. He's having fun, so he didn't want to wrap it up.
Damn, bro.
I mean, this is NUW's first show, so there was like no holds barred, dude. It was just go, go, go. But I will tell you this, bro. I remember how it ended. Well, I remember, let me tell you this first. Halfway through the match, I get thrown into the guardrail. So we're outside the ring. I get thrown into the guardrail. They got those metal, like 90s WWF guardrails. And Navon's, he gets me up. He sits my ass on the guardrail, right? So I'm sitting on the guardrail. He gets a running start to give me the big boot. He hits me in the mouth with the big boot. I fall over the guardrail, but there's a baby in the front row in a carriage, right? So the carriage is one of those hand ones, but they got the baby on the floor next to the seat. The mom's got the baby next to her, but right where I'm landing, bro. So I'm about to land on the child because Navon like put it. He laid it in. So he hits me with the boot. I'm sitting on the guardrail. I fall back. Thank God the dad snatched up the baby carriage before I just pancaked the baby.
Man, bro.
But
oh my God.
That got me even more heel heat though, because now the crowd's like, "What are you doing? You're laying on the baby." The dad, he's kicking me. Like the crowd's getting involved in the match, bro. So at this point, I went from being the baby face of the match to being the heel of the match to being the chicken shit heel. Because now I'm crawling away like, no, don't touch me, don't touch me. So Navon jumps the guard. Right. So Navon jumps the guardrail, and he's coming after me, and I'm crawling. One of the guys in the crowd. Because I crawled now to like the back of the crowd. I'm like about to go where there's no more audience members. He grabs me by my pants.
Oh, shit.
One of the audience members grabs me by my pants and my underwear. And he's holding me there. And I'm like, oh, shit. Who's got Navon's got me? I turn around and it's an audience member's got me by the pants.
No.
I was like, dude, you're making me look like shit. What the fuck? So I slapped the shit out of this guy's hand. I chop him in the wrist. Shit makes a loud sound. He's like, ah. I'm like, of course, I was going to lay that in because you're holding me. It's not looking good for the whole match, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, because I'm crawling away to get to the next spot or whatever, making it look good like I'm scared of Navon. If the crowd's got me by the underwear, it doesn't look good. So whatever. Anyway, the way the match ended was I get tombstoned from the apron into the casket. The thing gets shut on me. They padlock it shut. So I'm in this casket. It's padlocked shut. Nobody's got the key to this damn thing. Right? So they leave me in the casket, like presumably until the audience leaves. So I'm in there. I'm just laying in the dark, trying to catch my breath. And I'm like, is anybody coming to get me? What the fuck? Like, what's going on here? Next thing I know, they get the thing open, and there's a mariachi band outside the ring. So it turns out that the person who owns this venue double booked it, so there's a pro wrestling show, but the pro wrestling show ends at 9 p.m., and then there's a mariachi band that comes in at 10 o'clock doing some nightclub mariachi vibe. So it's a bunch of these dudes with the big mariachi hats and their instruments in their tuxedos as soon as I come out of the casket. And I was like, what the what did I just walk into? I went into the casket at the end of the match. I come out of the casket, and there's a bunch of mariachi guys standing all around the ring. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And they're like, hurry up, we got to break down the ring. We only have the building for another 20 minutes.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so that was my first pro wrestling experience with a real house. What was it like for you?
Man, bro, shit. I have so many experiences, bro, but I guess you could, in front of a real crowd?
Yeah.
Shit. It's this company called NWCW. They're now called SCW now. I kind of like once a year wrestle for them now. Not really often, but they booked me in like a squash match against this guy named Superman Onyx. This is when I was like 175 type shit. When I was in a squash match, got squashed a couple times, a battle royal, but like overall the experience, it was fun. I liked it. It was different. It was different from just being in the yard with like nobody watching that shit at all live, compared to like people actually like throwing shit at you in the ring or something. Like people like talking that shit. Like that. It's a different kind of adrenaline going through your body as opposed to like just nobody just there to like cheer or boo, you know?
Right. It's definitely different when you add the crowd into it because it might not go how you planned it to, right? When we used to wrestle for YouTube, there was nobody in the yard, and everybody who was supposed to be a heel is a heel, everybody who's supposed to be babyface is a babyface, and you're able to just go through the story as planned. But when you add the element of the crowd, then you don't know where stuff's going to end up because they might not react the way you envisioned, and then you need to come up with something on the fly to get them hooked to your match again.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's crazy as hell. What would you say is one of your craziest stories, though? I know you got one. I was waiting to ask you this.
Man, like, shit, I don't know. It's a weird one. Like, me saying I don't know, but, like, it's just so many stories to tell. Like, in 3 years, so much shit can happen in 3 years. But, like, for me, like, it's mostly bad. I got some good stuff in there, but it's not no like too crazy or whatnot, or like anything from the top of my head. I can't really think of, bro. Just
I know it's hard when you ask that question, but
yeah, when you put me on the fly like that, put me on the spot like that, like it's like.
Well, let me jog your let me get you thinking. So I had this experience, right? So I'm backstage, whatever. Show up to the show. There was some sort of switcheroo with the card where somebody didn't show, or one of the boys like didn't want to put somebody over or something, so they have to switch around the match card. So I was scheduled to be in a match. I got pulled from that match, and I got put into a fatal four-way because somebody had lost an opponent, or two people lost an opponent or whatever. So we took those two people and just added them to my match. And so I'm friends with the promoter, right? He's just one of my boys. So I wind up helping him out, right? Because I see he's stressed. He's like running everybody on the card, telling them what's happening, what's the new plan. So I just take it upon myself to go tell my opponent, like, hey, our match has turned into a fatal four-way. And then we grab the other two guys and we're like, yo, your match got cut because somebody didn't show or whatever. We're now having a fatal four-way, like the promoter told me to like tell you guys or whatever. Anyway, one of the dudes that I went up to and said it to got in my face, and he's like, and I was like the United States champion, or the continental champion they call it at the time. So I got the belt or whatever, and the guy gets in my face, right? And it was like his first day at this promotion, right? And I had already been wrestling there for 2-3 years now. And he gets in my face and he's like, I know you got that belt and everything, but that doesn't mean you can come up here and talk to me any kind of way, bro. Like chill with that attitude. That's going to get you in a lot of trouble back here with us. Like, you don't just come and tell me my match and what's going on here, right? That isn't your job. So know your role, bro. How long you been wrestling? And I tell him, I've been wrestling since 2020. He's like, oh, so the same amount of time as me. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not trying to come at you any kind of way. I'm just saying we're having a match now. The promoter just told me, so I thought I would tell you instead of letting you think you're having another match and continue planning the match you thought you were having. I thought that was common courtesy. Anyway, this dude gets in front of my face, and he's talking his work, chatting me up, sizing me up. He's about my height, so it wasn't like he was talking down to me or anything. But, yeah, dude, he was, like, ready to throw hands over me telling him that, like, we're in a match together and his other match got cut.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so almost had a backstage brawl over that shit, bro.
Yeah, that shit happens in pro wrestling, bro. Like man.
You ever have any sort of altercation where you're about to throw hands with some guy? Because I couldn't believe he was so heated over that.
Not really, bro. Like, it's just the kind of guy I am, bro. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to avoid situations like that. I don't like to have any sort of heat, no bad blood, no altercation or anything like that. So if I gotta just walk away, I'll walk away. There has been times where I've been super fucking irritated or annoyed with guys or whatnot, but if I know it's about to lead up into some other shit, I'm the quickest to walk away, and they can do their own thing.
Well, I didn't intend to start no shit. I just thought I was helping him out. He's over there planning his match that got cut 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that shit, I'd be bad as hell, bro.
Yeah, but if I came up to you and I said, yo, the promoter said your match is cut, like we're having a match, would you come at me with all that fucking anger?
Like, bro, we're workers at the end of the day, bro. Shit like that happens all the time. People cancel, matches get cut, bro. So we're working out of nowhere, then we're working, bro.
Yeah, well, if only me and you could work together. If I would, I wish, dude.
I see you born into the movie stuff, bro. I love what you're putting out with that, bro.
Dude, I've been grinding with the movie stuff for about 6 years now. Started doing the short film stuff in 2020. Consistently made short films up until 25, and then I decided to switch to feature films. So that's like an hour plus. My first feature film is called Do Not Watch This Film, and it's about an hour and 26 minutes, I believe. And then we premiered that in an AMC theater in Voorhees, dude. It was awesome. I mean, we're doing...
Man. I'm telling you, bro, one of these days we'll be part of that shit.
I'm waiting for you to come out here and get you in a role or something, get you in a fight scene or something.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man, bro. We're going to make that shit happen. Don't worry, bro. It's still my bucket list.
Yeah, because it's something different when we got this pro wrestling background, dude. Fight scenes are a lot different. Yeah, easier. So I work with actors, right? So I got a couple actors that I bring on to do fight scenes, and they're ready to, like, you know, throw, like, a worked punch, but they want you to miss by, like, this mile, and then we'll, like, you know, twist your neck and shoot it from an angle that looks right. I'm like, no, we could lay this in, kind of. I'm like, you hit me right here, you open, you know, there's a way to hit me in the neck and make that sound. We don't need to miss by a mile. And they're like, what? You want me to make contact? I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, hit me right here. They're like, no, I can't hit you. I'm like, hit me right here. So, yeah, I bring that mentality to the movie stuff. I bring my pro wrestling mentality to the movie stuff. Especially taking bumps. Like, I'm not afraid to take bumps because I was taking bumps on solid ground for so many years, and then
shit, bro.
And then in a wrestling ring. So when I got to do that in a movie or whatever, I'm the first to jump. I'm like, I'll do it, or I show people how, and I take those pro wrestling skills that I learned wrestling guys like you, and then I take them and I you know, try and pass that along to these actors that, you know, don't have combat experience. You know what I mean? But, bro, me and you would tear the house down with a fight scene.
Oh, yeah, for sure, brother. I be seeing, like, I saw something that you were like, oh, there's blood on you and shit. I'm like, that shit look fire, bro.
You seen that? Oh, that was The Illusion of Time. That came out in 24, the spring of 24, I want to say.
Like, from seeing, like, the very first one to, like, what you're doing now, bro, like, that shit is beautiful, bro. Like,
Thank you.
I know in my heart I'm going to see you somewhere, like, big as hell one day, bro.
Thank you, James.
Those top directors or some shit, bro. It's only a matter of time, bro.
That means a lot. That means a lot, James, because you were there at the beginning when we were just doing YouTube, real small, little things, you know. But now, you know, it's just grind, really. And this is what I like to tell up-and-coming people. And I see you be posting this kind of motivational stuff, too. You just got to stick your nose in the dirt and start to like it. And I know it feels like posting on social media feels like an echo chamber. But you got to keep shouting into that echo chamber, keep posting, because if you're not promoting your stuff, nobody's going to promote your stuff. And it doesn't matter if you didn't get any views on your video on YouTube this week, next year, 2 years from now, because the fact is, YouTube and social media, some of that content's evergreen. Majority of that could be evergreen content, especially in the field that we're in, making these videos or these clips. So you just got to post it and have confidence in it. Because I posted a video about 4 years now, right? and I haven't told anybody this yet, so you're the first person I'm telling this to on the internet. I posted a video 4 years ago, me going to the emergency room. Bloody thumbnail and everything. Anyway, cut to about 2 months ago. So 4 years previously is when the video was uploaded. I have a TV studio email my business email account linked to my YouTube. They want to buy the YouTube video and they want to put it on television.
Oh shit! Congratulations.
So this TV studio hits me up. They email me and they're like, "Hey Maximus, I'm so and so with this TV network. We saw your story going to the ER. We saw that it's going viral, and we would like to buy it and feature it, and then come to your house and interview you to be on this TV show." And at first, I think it's a scam. Somebody trying to get me to pay money for something, but I just, answered it like, "Hey, yada, 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 whatever. This is fake. I don't think that this is real." She answers. Next thing we know, I'm in a phone call with her. She's got real numbers coming my way. She tells me what TV studio she's with. They're producing the series all about the ER, people who go to the ER and have crazy stories. And they're looking for viral videos on YouTube that they can put on there. And basically, they use me as the comedic relief because in the video, I went through a glass coffee table ass first and I wound up with a shard of glass in my ass. Had to get stitches. They had to sew me back up. Tore myself another asshole. But but it wound up going viral about 3 years after I posted it. And then 4 years after I posted it, a TV network hit me up and wants to buy that video. So what I'm saying is, no matter what you're posting, it will catch on, or it has the potential to catch on a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever it is. So just know, James, I see the stuff you're posting and all of it. It might not catch on now. It might catch on now, but you just keep doing it, and it'll pay off eventually for you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that a lot. And bro, I get the guys that be like, "Oh shit, I'm busy. I can't really post on social media," or even the other hack that's like, "Oh, I don't like social media." I get it. Like, I'm the type where it's like, bro, I'll tell everybody this shit. It might sound harsh, but adapt with the times or get the fuck out.
Right.
That's the best way you can put it, bro. I'm tired too. I work 12 hours a day. I don't even see the sunrise, but I still somehow make the time to post my content every single day right on cue, bro. Do I want to do that shit? Do I feel like doing it?
Nope.
Fuck no. But I do it anyways because that's how bad I want it. But I'm looking at guys like Tommy Invincible, Richard Holiday, Ben Bishop, the veteran Jack Vaughn. These guys are going viral and revitalizing their careers off of social media. Everybody been to these guys were great workers, great in-ring workers, and just great overall. I got the total package. But social media is what takes you to that next level. I don't know what it is about social media, but it just does. I didn't post videos where it's been a couple weeks ago, and then out of nowhere, just bam, almost had 1 million views. Just like what you said, 3 years later, bro, somebody hitting you up about it. Recently for me, I had a video go viral a couple weeks later. It hasn't hit 1 million. It's stuck at 700K right now, but that's still good. I still have videos that hit 300 views, 500, 1,000, be stuck there. But a lot of people let that kind of they let that derail them, and then they just lose all motivation, all credibility. Then they just stop. You can't stop.
Right.
Social media rewards consistency. If you keep on uploading, they're going to reward you, bro. TikTok, YouTube. If you push the same video on YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit at the same time, so many different platforms are seeing at the same time, bro. It's going to force your shit out. There's been times where, I just seen so many influencers posting all the time, and they come up on my For You page, right? I'm pretty sure you and other people can relate to this. You see the same person popping on your For You page, but you don't follow them yet.
Right.
You see them a couple more times.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You follow them, though. After, the 15th time, you see their shit so much, you're like, I kind of like this guy. Follow.
Right.
So you have to force these people to follow your shit, bro.
Right. You literally have to force them. You got to literally take their finger through the screen and make them hit the subscribe or the follow button. And, dude, it's so relatable. Because I don't feel like posting my content either, to be honest. Because it's just a part of your day that you rather be doing something else. But, like you said, the consistency reaps rewards. And you might need to go to work. You might need to make dinner. You might need to go do your other job or your other job. But you need to post your content. And that's something that I've been really nailing down in 2026, to be honest. I haven't been the most consistent because it is easy to get very discouraged. And I think I was kind of discouraged there for a little bit, but I never stopped. That's the thing. A lot of people get discouraged and they stop. I always persist and continue, as do you, because I always see you. You're still posting, and you were always posting back even in 2018, back when I first met you. And, so that's the thing, and that's what I feel like people need to hear that. And you need to stick to that as hard as it is. And you think that posting to social media is time consuming or that it's hard, when in actuality, just go on your photo gallery and
Takes a couple seconds.
yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you gotta actually think it through and have a whole campaign on how you're gonna, get it viral or
That's
what.
why sometimes for
Right.
me, I would literally take a full day to just kind of sit there
Yeah.
and kind of talk my, when I'm thinking in my head, I kind of say my thoughts out loud and stuff.
Mhm.
And I will go on my notepad on my phone and put down all these content ideas for 20 different videos for the next few days. And then that's just, I feel like that's the best way to go about it when it comes to your content and coming with actual good content. You have to think it through.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to since I already have all 20 ideas, and I already know what I'm gonna do bar for bar. All I have to do now is do a on-screen hook caption, because a lot of videos, if you don't have a really good hook on-screen caption that's short and it's relatable, and that it gets somebody to stop doom scrolling,
Right.
then it's not going to hit. And another big thing that kind of humbled me with social media and made me realize this is you can post all your cool shit all you want that make you look good, but nobody gives a fuck but
Right.
you. You
Right.
know what I mean? But if you wanna appeal to a casual audience, the big mainstream audience, you got to do the on-screen captions. You got to make people laugh. You got to make people feel something, whether they're pissed off, upset, or just you got to make them feel some type of emotion to want to reshare your shit. It has to have relatability. That's what I'm trying to do with my content right now. It's just turn James Fury, the persona, into something that everybody can relate to. Instead of just me being at first this motherfucker that's mad all the time. Why am I mad? You know what I mean? And translate that to other people's lives, because with the Fury and other people, how we all relate to that is everybody wants to crash out. Everybody has that person inside of them that wants to fucking crash out, go crazy, I'm going through all this shit. So that's where the Fury comes in. I'm the person that's crashing out for you. So it's just little things just to make it work.
That's what makes you different, because I never heard somebody explain their gimmick as well as you just did. You literally have your name and a reason why that is your name, and that's stuff that I do in the movie world, where it's this character does this because of that, and this is why it's relatable, and this is why an audience in a theater might relate to them and cheer for them throughout this runtime of the movie. You're doing that for pro wrestling, and I feel like that's what makes the best characters, and that was really cool to hear you explain that. I didn't know that was the idea behind the James Fury character, but it makes so much sense with the stuff you're saying in your promos and in the content you're posting. I love that, dude.
Thank you. And then it goes even deeper than that, man. It goes even deeper than that. But that's just a short way to explain it to people and stuff. But it's just I'm just trying my best to make this as relatable as possible. Like I said, it's I didn't have so many moments where I just sat on the edge of my bed, just fucking crashing out or ready to crash out, and just contemplating life itself. And I see so many people holding in their emotions, holding so much back, and then they eventually crash out in the wrong way. There's a good way to channel your anger, and there's bad ways to channel your anger. Me, I channel that shit into pro wrestling, and it's a coping mechanism for me. When I'm in there, when I'm out there crashing out and stuff, it's a coping mechanism. Just me dealing with life, because we all got to deal with the bosses we don't like or some shit at a job or something like that. We got to deal with a higher power telling us what to do. We're just fuck, man. I'm not where I want to be. We're in our heads, self-doubt, depression, anxiety, you know what I mean? And it's just we want to get out of this, this cube, this box that we're trapped in, this mental headspace that we feel we're trapped in, and there's no escape. You know what I mean? And that escape is letting out your emotion, bro. Because if you keep all that emotion just trapped in the inside, you're going to go insane. You're going to go crazy.
Bro, that's what all the depression and the anxiety is, no doubt. And I think majority of the population doesn't know how to handle and regulate their emotions, right? And that's why I think me and you can relate so much, because we always had a coping mechanism. And I've come to the realization of this actually quite recently, that the wrestling was my coping mechanism for a lot of things that were going on in my personal life. And if I didn't have that wrestling, for all those years, from 12 years old all the way to when did I stop wrestling? Like 22. If I didn't have it for those 10 years, I would have been doing what other people that, I know do. Drink, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, insert bad thing, bad habit here, I would have probably went down that path. And so the wrestling, like you said, channeling that crash out, channeling that emotion is so therapeutic. And I think more people need to do that because there's so much unhealthy toxicity coming out of people, but it's all just misplaced. Like they're good people at heart, just dealing with shit that they don't know how to deal with because nobody gave them the tools to cope with it. They don't have the tools in the toolbox to cope with it because not everybody's creative and wants to put themselves out there like us.
You gotta let your emotions channel your passion for what you do, whether it's wrestling or drawing or acting or just anything, bro. Because I am extremely, for doing this shit for 3 years, I am extremely passionate about every little thing that I do. Every single promo means something to me. That's not just me cosplaying some gimmick, some character. James Fury is very, very authentic and real. I mean every single word that I'm saying that comes out my mouth. I go the extra mile. This backdrop that you see behind me, I take my own promo shots. I don't rely on anybody else. This is something that I have to do as a professional wrestler. My own promo shots, my own professional 4K vignettes. That's all me. Check this out. This whole room is my workout room.
Nice.
Machines everywhere. I did that because I'm a professional wrestler, and it's up to me to make this work, and I'm also the only one that can fuck it up.
Right.
So it's just like, I see so many other wrestlers are just like, it's not everybody, but it's a lot of cosplay acts out there, because originally, in the backyard, the word theory meant nothing. I was just another guy just fucking going through the fucking moves and shit. But when I went to being a professional wrestler, I had to make everything that I do mean something, and also just going through all the crazy shit that I had to go through before I was a pro wrestler, and even when I first got into the business, all that crazy shit, that was part of my character development to make everything that I do look even more meaner, aggressive, and real. That's the biggest part about everything that you do, even beyond wrestling, is making it look real and making people believe what you're saying. When you look at somebody's eyes, you can just see how much they believe everything that they're saying, and how much that they want that shit. You gotta grab life by the throat and make it give you everything you want and screw everybody else. You know what I mean? So just like you said before, bro, you are your best promoter. Killer Cross said it best, bro. No other promoter is gonna promote your shit like you promote it, bro.
Right.
Nobody else is gonna do that. You have to promote your shit like it's Fox 2 News. Conor McGregor said it himself too. You gotta promote every single day, every month, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have to be on top of all of that. Winners go the furthest, bro. And to be a winner, you have to be a loser as well.
No, that's facts. That's facts. And more times than not, you feel like the loser. And I'll tell you what, if I'm being honest, more times than not, you feel the loser. And I'm in one of those patches right now, dude. It's like making a feature film, right? When you don't have the budget to pay an entire crew, most of the time you're going to wind up being the director, the actor, the crew, the editor, the light guy, the audio guy, the costume designer, the PA who texts everybody when to show up, makes the call sheet. So, I've been doing a lot of that, and that's not me complaining. That's just me saying that that's what it is, and I accept it for what it is, and I take the roles and I take the punches as they come. And I know you do the same thing. Like you just said, you take your own promo shots, you film everything yourself, and I think that's a good trait, and I think that that's going to carry you pretty far in this business because, if you didn't do that and you relied on somebody to film your own stuff and you relied on somebody to post on your social media, where would you be at today?
Hey, bro, I wouldn't have half the bookings that I got today.
Right.
Most people wouldn't even look at me in like a bigger light. Like, people ask me for social media advice, right? That's not me to stroke my ego, my dick, or anything like that. But once people started asking me for all that advice, I know I'm doing something good. If people are asking you consistently for advice about what you do, that's how you know you're doing something good, bro. Because you're so good at it that somebody else has to ask you about what did you do to get this or that.
Right.
You're on the right track, bro. Like, everything that you're doing, bro, I can strongly relate. And I also work with a short film production crew out here in Detroit that like goes through the same shit as you, bro. They got to worry about paying guys and stuff like that. It's just like me, I'm committed to the cause, bro. Like, None of this shit pays my bills. Wrestling doesn't pay my bills. You know what pays my bills, bro? My fucking job. That I work 12 hours at, bro. I'm not worried about making money at some fucking short film or a movie or some shit. I'm not worried. If I get paid, I get paid. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's not going to make or break my pockets. It's not going to make me homeless or anything like that. Even if I got paid $10 or $20, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm committed to the cause, and I understand that even though, yeah, I got 7,000 followers or some shit, and a lot of people know me, I'm still a fucking nobody. And I don't say that to, like, put doubt on myself, but I'm not a mainstream guy. I'm not WWE. I'm not AEW. I'm still, technically, I still fall under the category of a nobody. So I'm going to do whatever and everything that I can to be a somebody.
Right. And it's only a matter of time. And I know, and everybody said it about you back when we were in the yard, too. I never forget Tommy Gunn looks at me and goes, you know, out of all these guys on this roster, who's going to make it? James. Did you know he said that to me?
I didn't know that, bro.
You didn't know that? He pulled me aside because we did that Mayhem tournament, and I had, like, 10 matches in 24 hours, something crazy like that.
Holy shit.
And, yeah, because I was only there for, 3 days, 4 days, and they wanted me to wrestle 2 of those days. So 2 days straight, I had 10 matches, and you were one of them or 2 of the matches. And he's like, so out of all these guys I'm having you work, the one who I think is going to make it is James Fury. And I think that's true because your mentality's proven it. Your social media content proves it. This podcast has proved it. I think a lot of people got a lot of belief in you, and all you got to do is keep it up, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying, bro. Like, the grind, like, that shit hard as fuck, bro. It's really hard, and it's extremely humbling. And it's, like, even, like, with getting my own house, my own crib and stuff with the wife and stuff, bro, like I said, like, the biggest thing of all this shit is stepping more into manhood, bro. The most important thing to me right now is my future kids, bro. My future kids that's not here that I'm going to have in the future. I want to be a great father, somebody that they can look up to and just, like, inspire to be like. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to have my kids looking at somebody else like they Superman, or else I'm not doing my damn job. You know what I mean? So just, like, that, bro, and just wherever the chips might fall, like, my mind says, like, a lot of guys are so dead set on that contract, bro. I remember when I first started, like, I was dead set already. I'm just like, shit, I gotta get something by this year. Like, bro, I just want to enjoy the journey.
Right.
I feel like when you're so dead set on, like, I gotta get a contract, I gotta be on TV, like, oh my God, WWE or some shit. You start to go insane, lose your fucking mind, and you start to not enjoy the journey. You start to hate what you do. And I'm not trying to become bitter or hate what the fuck I do, so I'm just going to enjoy the journey, enjoy the people that I'm meeting along the way, and just enjoying the fucking ride, bro. And if I get signed, I get fucking signed, bro. Me personally, I feel like, truthfully, I have everything needed to be a signed wrestler. I have the physique, I have the fucking facial expressions that they look for on TV. Like, I can do all of that. Am I a 5-star fucking wrestler? Hell no, I'm not. And I would say that I'm not. But I am a larger-in-life character and an athlete, and I can do the fucking job. But like I said, if it happens, my brother.
Well, I think, you're only 3 years in the game. I think it's only a matter of time. Yeah, dude. I believe in you. And, man, you're making me want to wrestle again.
You should. Hey, I got my own promotion down here in Michigan, bro.
What?
Yeah, I got my own promotion down here, so I'm a worker and a booker, my brother.
What do you mean you're a booker? When did you start booking?
Last year, bro. I book everybody, bro.
James, what are you talking about?
Bro, look, bro.
You got a venue and everything?
Yes, sir.
Monthly? What do you got? Monthly shows?
Every 2 months. I have some notable guys that you may know that I book is Alex Kane. I booked Richard Holiday. Shit, who the fuck else did I book? Shit.
Who's in that with you? You got a partner or something?
No, I'm the only one. Actually, no, I have a partner, but as far as booking, I'm the only one booking. My partner is Chaz. He's like the main guy, but I'm like kind of like this representing, like I'm like on the forefront. But my partner Chaz, like he makes a difference with that shit.
How'd you get into that?
A year ago, me and him were just talking, bro. I was just like, hey man, like I don't think it'd be a bad idea to kind of like do our own shit, bro. And I remember months and months will go by, and then I just noticed no rhythm, nothing happening, nothing going down, and I'm just like, that was also a point in my career where I was just very frustrated. I'm just like, bro, fuck this shit. I hit him up again. I'm just like, let's start making those steps now, bro. Because if we keep procrastinating and just saying, oh, like, we got to do this, let's just do it now and see where the chips may fall. We had our very first show called Slam Tramick and Hamtramck, and it was a great show. And that very first show set the tone for where we stand now. And lots of growth. And being a booker and / promoter, shit, that's taught me some shit too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It taught me a lot. I've learned a lot from just being a booker / promoter, bro. Like, I'm glad that I am that. And it's something that I plan to just keep doing and stuff. Just keep on doing the years to come. And just, like, it's giving me even, like, greater opportunities to, like, network. Right. It's, like, the most, at my promotion, it's the most networking opportunities I think I've been around is my promotions, because I'm bringing in so many talent from different states or, like, countries or some shit, you know?
You guys got your own ring?
Yes, sir. It's not like our own, but like we rent a ring.
Oh, you rent a ring?
Yeah, but like it's fire, bro. So like I said, if you think about getting back into this shit, bro, I would love to book you, bro.
Yeah, I would take a trip back out to Michigan. It's not a bad flight. I would probably fly. I wouldn't drive, but.
Yeah. Hey, you can stay at my crib, bro.
You got a place now?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. This is my house.
I didn't know if you were still with the parents. I moved out too. When'd you move out?
Shit, fucking damn, like I would say like a year ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, and good for you.
My, like I showed you, this is my workout / production room. Got the bathroom next door, me and the wifey's room, the front room, my cat's room over here, and then the kitchen, laundry room there. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically like my layout of my place too. Actually, that's pretty funny.
It's a smaller house, like it doesn't have an upstairs or downstairs, but it's big enough, bro.
Yeah, if you were to book me, Maximus Roman comes back. That writes itself. You would get at least 1,000 of those BYW people that are in my comments to this day on my movies or my vlogs or my podcasts or my movie reviews. Maximus Roman, when are you gonna wrestle again? I feel so bad.
It could be me and you again or some shit. Who knows, bro?
That'd be that. Yeah, you put on some weight, dude. I'm almost near the same weight I was back then. That's something too. You dial in that diet. I know you be spending a lot of money on your groceries.
Yeah, bro. My freezer right now is packed with so much chicken, bro. I'm trying to step away from red meat. Like when I do a red meat, it's like here and there. Because my cholesterol was high as fuck like a couple months ago.
Yeah, you can't be eating all that red meat.
Yeah, so I'm down back on that. I'm just eating nothing but chicken for real.
Or you do fish. You could do fish.
Yes, fish, salmon. I've been eating a lot of
salmon.
So, like red meat, I'll do that like once a week.
Bro, what's your grocery bill like?
I would say, like, if we're talking about for just the meat itself and not the rice and
shit.
Oh,
jeez.
For just the meat itself, I'll say, like, $280.
Come on, James. I'm talking about, like, the food for your girlfriend or your wife or whatever and yourself, regular chips, like, everything, like milk, eggs, all like, together? Everything together. What do you...
Okay, so I know for a fact all the meat together is either between $300 or $280 just for meat. Your day job must pay well. And if you include, yes, it does. If you include, and that's every month, bro. So if you include all that together, shit, I would say like, I'm just going to say like $500, bro. $500. And then how often do you go grocery shopping? I would say it depends on how much. It depends on, because when I go out, I like to buy enough to where I don't have to go back frequently. So like I might have to go back every 2 months. Maybe it might be. Oh well, that's different. I thought like you're going like every 2 weeks. Sometimes it is like that. Sometimes it is a monthly. Sometimes. So you got a $500 grocery bill every 2 months. Yeah. So either every 2 months or every month. It just depends on the month, bro. For real. And you just freeze all that meat, huh? Yes, I just freeze all that shit, bro. It be good. I mean, meat is good for a long time, my brother. If you freeze it, yeah. Yes. Dang. Yeah, because I remember years ago, you got dialed in and you were posting your food. You were posting on Snapchat back then, and I seen you cooking every night. Yeah, and around that time, I was like 165 early on, and in pro wrestling, I was 175. Now I'm sitting at 230 right now. I'm just fucking. One of the biggest things that motivated me to get bigger too is just like I was kind of tired of being that guy that was getting squashed. Getting squashed all the damn time. That'd be me. I got tired of that shit real fast. I'm just like, bro. And then for my character that I was trying to portray, I just kind of felt like for that character, just like he needed to be bigger. You know what I mean? To kind of sell that aura. And now that I'm bigger and stuff, I just feel like this is what I want. I don't got 6-pack abs and whatnot. You know what I mean? But like I love my body. I used to hate that shit, but like this is the most consistent I've been. Like I made the home gym, so it's like convenient for me when I wake up. I can just walk across the room. There you go, the home gym right here, and it has everything that I need in here. I hate running the treadmill, so I have an elliptical right next to me right here. You know what I mean? So I have everything that I personally like more that works for me. And this might surprise a lot of people, but my workout regimen is actually like, it's just like with wrestling, how they say less is more. I do the same thing in my workout program, bro. I do 3 exercises only, sometimes 4. So like, for example, that only takes me 25, maybe 30 minutes, depending on the day. So let's say a long day at work. I did this because of my work schedule. That's the only reason I did this. But it's working out for me. When I come home from work, long 12-hour day or some shit, fucking, let's say chest day. I do one body part a day, by the way. I don't do multiple body parts. It's just chest day. It's just chest day.
Focused is good. Focused is good.
Yes. So I'll just do fucking I don't know the names of these workouts, but like I'll do this shit where the chest cable, but it's going down. It's working on my lower pec.
Okay.
So the 3 exercises for each muscle. So lower pec, middle, and then upper. So once I do that, I do like fucking 4 to 5 sets of 30. And fucking that's it, bro. That's how I maintain and grow what I have in my body. But those 3 exercises, because I remember watching Athlete X.
Yeah, I know him.
And they'll say all you really need is 3 exercises for all 3 muscle groups. You got this head, and that head. Like each muscle group has 3 heads, not 4. 3 heads.
Right.
All you gotta do is work those 3 heads, and you're good.
Right.
And it's worked out good for me. So
yeah, there's a lot of science behind it. So for your food, do you eat your body weight plus 10, or how do you do that, or do you just eat a lot?
So I would say, let's rewind back in time. When I was like lower weight, like 175, it was very extremely easy to eat my protein intake to be more than my body weight, because eating like 175 grams of protein is easy as fuck. I did the math in my head. I'm just like a couple salmon packets, 1 can of chicken noodle soup, 2 protein shakes is honestly already like 130 grams of protein. Right
but
there.
money, this is every day we're talking.
But check this out though. Salmon packets, if you go to the Dollar Tree, are only $1. Protein shakes, if you go to the right Dollar Tree, you have to literally go on a hunting spree to find this shit, by the way. But protein shakes are only $1 for 30 grams of protein, 160 calories.
Yeah, but what quality shit are you putting in your body at that point? You're getting shit from the dollar store.
It's good. It's good. Like, these are rare finds, bro.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, you know, like, how do I know that that's not shit? How do we?
Dollar water too.
Well, water's different. I'm talking about like the quality of the fish, the quality of the protein.
Bro, it's the same shit they sell at Kroger or Walmart. That's the crazy part.
Is it really? Is that shit farm raised? Is it wild caught? Like what?
Check this out. At Kroger and Walmart, the same salmon packets I get from Dollar Tree, with the same exact brand, same everything at Kroger and Walmart, but for a higher price, like $5 per packet. At Dollar Tree, it's like $1. And then same thing with the protein shakes. The same protein shake that they sell in 4 packs, in a 4-pack, that's $10 at Kroger and Walmart. If I go to Dollar Tree, the right one before the next guy that works out fucking cleans house, if I get them before that
Oh,
guy,
really?
They be cleaning the house because they know it's a deal. It's a deal. Not too many people know about it, bro.
Oh, so you're racing this guy.
I'm trying to race these motherfuckers, bro, because they hip about that shit, bro. But for 1 protein shake, it's $1. Think about it. For 4 of them, $4 compared to if you get 4 at Kroger or Walmart, that's $10 each pack. So there's been times where I have pictures to prove this shit. I went in there with $100 and I spent $100 on 100 protein shakes.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Committed that. So that means with 100 protein shakes, I have the next 100 days of me drinking protein shakes now. I don't gotta worry about my protein shakes no more.
So dollar store, huh? I gotta go to the dollar store.
Me, the problem that I'm going through right now, like, it's not affecting me body-wise, nothing like that, but I know I'm not really getting that much protein right now. It's a little bit harder to eat 230 grams of protein every day. I eat it some days, but every day it's a little bit harder. especially with how I eat and stuff. Like before, it was way easier, but now it's definitely a little bit more difficult, especially with my work schedule too. On top of that, if I didn't have to work at all, I could nail that shit easily. If I didn't have to work at all, if the devil called me right now saying, "Hey, we need you to get this, bam, bam, quit your job, we'll pay you enough money, whatever the fuck," I can get that shit for sure, without a fucking doubt. But my job, that shit hinders that. But
right.
I'm doing well still. I still look great and stuff. Like I said, for a guy that don't like, one of my dream body physiques that I was looking for is
Batista.
Like a Batista,
Yeah.
or like if I were going more like a realistic route, like a Killer Cross, like his body physique, like I think is realistic for what I'm going for and where my body genetics and stuff. Or even like I even said one time Damian Priest, if I ever wanted to go more leaner or something like that. So it's just like, I don't care about the 6-pack abs. Will I get it one day? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe my mind might change. But I'm more the realistic route. I'm cool with where I'm at.
Wow. Yeah, man. For me, it's just the money. It's so much money to feed yourself. I eat like a crazy man. Like it's kind of bad. I eat dinner with my girlfriend's family, and they're all like cleaning up. They're all sitting on the couch watching TV, whatever. I'm still in the kitchen eating like thirds, fourths of dinner. And I'm just shoveling it down, and they're like moved on. They're like ready for bed, and I'm still eating dinner.
That's funny, bro. Yeah, like when I was trying to put on the weight, bro. Like when I first started, I did dirty bulk. I was eating Qdoba every single day, like every single day. The big ass burrito bowls, the burritos and shit, just to kind of like get the weight. And then once I got it, then I was gonna like start toning up and shit, and going from there. But yeah, I remember watching this video of Hugh Jackman saying he treated his meals like it was a workout. Like he had to finish the meal. So like there was times where like I felt like I was about to throw up a lot of the times when I was eating, because I was just forcing shit down my stomach at that point. I'm just like, I have to get big. This is the profession I'm in. I'm a professional wrestler. I care that much. That's why like for the longest time, like here and there, I'll get a couple guys. Not gonna put them out there, but they be like, "Oh, are you sure you wanted that much?" Or like, "How much do you think you really wanted?" Bro, nobody can ever tell me that I don't want this enough, because I didn't fucking damn near thrown up so many fucking times eating food, and the amount of shit that I had to go through to get this fucking weight. Nobody knows about that but me. Everybody has a story. So like when people tell me, I remember when I was a kid and I was younger, I used to be so quick to judge, because that's what we all do. Everybody judges somebody to some degree, bro. Let's just be real right now.
Yeah.
So I used to judge really hard before, and like and I remember before somebody told me this or that, I'm like, "Oh damn, how come you don't got that? Oh, you should have been had that." There's not no time frame of when you should have something or this or that, or a time frame when you should be driving. Everybody think you should be driving by like 16, 17. Bro, if somebody want to drive at 18, 19, 20, they can drive around that time, bro. Finn Balor, I think I saw a story, not sure how true it was, but he was on trains till he fucking made it to the WWE, bro. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when guys tell me they're not driving right now or something like that, and I see somebody else laughing, I'm just like, bro, you don't know their story. They probably going through life right now. We don't know that. And they're not going to explain that to us, bro, unless we ask. And I'm not asking. I know they're not going to ask. So just don't be so quick to judge somebody just based off what you see and what they tell you. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when anybody tells me they don't have this or that, I'm just like, I get it. I truly get it, bro. I truly get it, because I've been there. I said, bro, believe it or not, I still don't drive right now. But I still somehow managed to go to the UK and get everywhere I need to be. You know what I mean? And it's not because like, oh shit, I just don't want to fucking drive. No, it's not like nothing like that. I have a lot of shit going on in my personal life. A lot of shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of extra connect the dots, put the puzzle pieces together kind of shit, where it's like, if I do this, do that, okay, this will happen. Then I have to worry about this. Like, so much more shit to worry about. You know what I mean? So it's just like, will I drive? Yes, I will drive, but just not right now.
What, do you catch ride with the boys?
I catch rides with the boys all the time.
Okay.
Or flights.
Right, flights. Dude, that is so... We've got so much in common, because I feel like I'm telling everybody that now. I'm like, nobody's going to ask me to make a movie. Nobody's going to just say, "Hey, Max, we got this new movie, this new Michael Myers movie. Can you come direct it and write it, please?" Nobody's going to call me up and ask me to do that, or any other movie for that matter, or act in any other movie. If I don't write the movie ain't getting written. If I don't direct the movie ain't getting made. If I don't put the money in, nobody will.
We gotta talk more outside of this shit for sure, man. Like we're definitely I fuck with your vibe, your energy and shit. Like I can definitely see us like
Dude,
being like really like even more tighter outside of this shit for sure, bro. We definitely gotta talk, bro.
But yeah, for sure, because I feel like, and this isn't throwing shade on anybody, like, I am in a small group of people who think like that. I mean, my close friends are my close friends, but they don't take this shit that far. They don't think the way we think, where it's like, you know, Max, like this movie, like, I don't know about it. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know about it? I'm going to put it on the internet. I'm going to write it. I'm going to direct it. I'm going to do it every day. If it takes 2 years, 3 years, we'll do it every weekend until it's all shot. Then I'll take as much time as it takes to edit it. Like, there's nothing that can stop me but me. And I don't care what you say, what she says, what he says. It can't be done. How are you going to light the scene? I'll light it any which way I please. I'll use the damn sun if I can't afford equipment. It won't be like A24, like beautiful lighting and all this shit, but it's going to be real. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing that I am is real, down to the wire. So that's just it. And if more people were like that, more people would get shit done. But a lot of people don't think like that, or it takes too much effort. You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen a movie called Freak Out, bro?
Freak Out? No.
No, Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh no, I've seen scenes of that. I didn't watch it all the way through yet.
Watch it, bro. As soon as you get a chance, watch that movie because I wish you saw it because it's an example I'm about to make. But I'm gonna make it anyways. In that movie, they're all of these
game characters, right?
Game characters,
yeah.
Right? There's this one game character who kind of like went out of his JavaScript. His JavaScript was just meant for him to just walk around and be an NPC character. But he fell in love. NPC characters don't have emotion. Mm-hmm. He fell in love, so he broke out of that. He was just a blue-collar guy going to his job every single day. He repeated the same task, literally the same exact shit every single day. One day, can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. One day, he broke out of that. And then every day, he worked at a bank. And every day, that bank would get robbed at the exact same time. And he'd just go drop to the floor. All right, okay, just rob the bank. Okay. One day, he grabbed the guy's gun. He was like, "No, you get on the floor." And then he tried to ask his best friend, like, "Hey, come help out." He was like, "No, I'm cool over here, man. Just let them rob the bank, bro. Stop playing hero."
Right.
And he was like, he put these glasses on that everybody else was wearing, like the bank robbers, and he saw everything for what it really was.
Oh, dude.
The world, bro. And he tried to ask his best friend, like, "Hey, put these glasses on, bro. You gotta put them on, bro. It's like you're gonna see everything that's real."
Okay, do you know what that's based on, though?
I don't know. Me personally, how I take that movie, I take it like I'm going off of what you said previously about certain people that want to keep asking dumbass questions.
Yeah.
And I'm comparing it to this.
No, I get what you're saying, but the sunglasses thing, they took that from John Carpenter's They Live.
Oh damn!
I have the little this guy right here is from the movie.
Oh, is Roddy Piper in that?
That's Roddy Piper's in that. That's considered one of the greatest fight scenes in cinema history. Because you know why? He's a pro wrestler.
That's cool as hell, man. Like
that's where they got that from. The sunglasses. You got to see that. Did you see that movie?
I haven't seen it. I gotta definitely see that.
All right, I'll watch Free Guy. You watch They Live.
All right, I got you, bro.
All right, this has been really fun, bro. This has been a good conversation.
His best friend to see that shit, like he just didn't want to, bro. It's just like people like that, bro. Sometimes it's your family, your close friends, like. They want to just ask all these retarded questions, but they just don't want to, because they just like, in a way, they're like non-believers, because they're stuck in this box where everybody else told them that this couldn't happen. Oh, what about your plan B, plan C, plan D? They're stuck in, like, when we were all in school, they kind of put this shit in your head and program you to believe that, like, you can't achieve the impossible. You can't go, you can only reach this far. You can't go up here. Everybody has a glass ceiling, and you can't go over that ceiling. Like, that's not how it is, bro. You can go above that glass ceiling. You can be anything you fucking want to be. If you want to be the fucking president, you can be the fucking president. If you say that to anybody else, they'll look at you like you're crazy and fucking laugh. Why? But why though? Anything can happen.
You're dead right, because society puts you in a box from a young age, and they tell you this, and this is what you're going to do. And that's why a lot of my movies deal with what is reality, what is not reality. And in all the movies, you find out that reality isn't what they said it was. Reality is what you make it. Reality is what you believe it is. And you are the director, the writer, the creator of your own reality. So why don't you make it a good one? You know what I mean? Like, why don't more people just take the pen and start booking themselves? I learned that a long time ago when I started booking wrestling shows, when I started writing movies. It was all because I decided to take it upon myself to make the story, and then the story was made, and then thousands of people watched it on YouTube, and then hundreds of thousands of millions of people then watched my YouTube videos, and it's all because I decided I'm going to do this thing. This is how it's going to go. This is what it's going to look like. This is what I'm going to say, and I made all when I decided to call the shots, I feel like I leveled up. And I think there's a set of levels that are in this world that we all need to discover, and we need to all level up together to achieve our maximum potential.
I agree 1,000%. I agree 1,000%. And just like even with like I said before, to kind of like go back and like include this into the conversation, like being a promoter / booker, it's taught me to be like a better leader, be more of a leader and lead by example. Because us as men, we have to lead by example. Mm-hmm. When everybody else is in panic, we have to be the ones that's calm and lead by example, bro. When everybody else asking those questions like, "Oh man, like you sure this is gonna work?" I'm sure. You gotta be the one that's calm and tell them like, "Yeah, it's gonna work. Don't worry, I got you. I got this." You know what I mean? That's what our job is. Well, that's what our job is, bro. At the end of the day, it's like when I first thought of ROC, and I went to everybody asking them like, "Hey, like this is what I want and stuff," and they just looked at me like I was crazy. They was like, "Who are you?" Like they're just like, "You're only like 2 years in the business trying to make your own promotion," and it's like you haven't even been in for that long. You're trying to already make a promotion. Like, it's going to fail. It's not going to work out. I'm just like, why do you think that though? Why?
Because it's never been done before, but nothing's been done before the first person does it, right? Same thing with me. I haven't even made a movie that is like mainstream yet, right? But here I am with my own production company, and we make movies. What do you need to be a production company? You need to produce and have company, right? I got a lot of people, they're my company, and I produce things, right? So I'm a production company. We got the merch to prove it. I got the movies to prove it. I got the scripts to prove it. I got the people and the history of work to prove it. I got the resume. Like, check me, run the books. Like, what do you want to know? Like, I'll tell you. Like, that's how it is. And everybody says it couldn't be done. But here we are, and we're the two people doing it.
One thing I always, one of my homies that I talk to, he's a singer. And I'm just like, bro, if you think about it, bro, if you rewind a couple years ago, bro, like anytime you get in your head, you're in doubt or whatnot, just remember that a couple years ago, you were wishing that you were in the spot that you are right now. That setup that you got in your background right now, you're like, man, bro, I wish I was right. And you are right there wearing your own company shirt, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when you get in those moments where you're just like, man, bro, if this shit even all like fucking worked at the end, you're already living your dream, my brother. Little you would be happy and ecstatic as fuck right now, bro. Right. I think about that on myself, bro. I'm really about to go on a UK tour, bro. I've already wrestled in Canada, here, now the UK, and then next year I'm trying to go to Japan, bro. So it's just like, I'm already living my damn dream, whether I get signed a big-ass contract or not, bro. I'm wrestling all over the fucking globe right now, dog. So it's just like, meeting all these people, trying to dive my foot into acting as well, and just all these different revenues, voice acting gigs, like all this extra shit. I'm just like, I'm already living that star life that I wanted to live a couple years back.
Good stuff.
A couple years back, I didn't have so many different people to reach out to. Like, hey, like I know singers, actors, directors, producers. Like I know so many different avenues of guys now are just like easily accessible as opposed to before. I didn't know anybody, bro. You know, so like I feel good about it.
And it's because you put yourself out there.
Yeah, man. Like that's like what putting yourself. I remember, like what putting yourself out there, bro. People look at you in a different light. It's a different kind of respect. Because think about it.
Because you're putting a target on your back. That's what my experience has been. It's like I'm putting myself on these thumbnails, making these faces, right? Like, or like these crazy emote faces. Or you're shirtless, or you're in a position that might be compromising, and people are like, you put that on the internet? I'm like, hell yeah, that video's got 2 million views. It made me, like thousands of dollars on one video, got me put on this TV show, and if I didn't put myself on there, put that target on my back, I wouldn't be sitting where I am today, and people wouldn't view me in the same light as they do.
Exactly.
So,
I remember, bro, like, this is going to take me back to, like, 2023. I remember I was a part of this Royal Oak Taco Fest production where it's like a wrestling event while I'm wrestling in scorching hot fucking weather and shit. But it was worth it though. And then I remember when we stopped wrestling, they said we'll come back to wrestling in like an hour or two. So we had like an hour or two, damn near 2 hour break to kind of like walk around the fucking the Taco Fest. As I'm walking down the street, I see the Fox 2 News right there. I look at my boys and I'm just like, hey, bro, we should all kind of go over there and just be like, hey, we're wrestlers. Can we get on? And one of the guys looked at me like, I don't know, man. Like, it probably won't work. So I let that convince me. I was just like, yeah, you're probably right. It probably won't work. So I kept walking with them. And then I just stopped. And I remember some shit that my brother said to me a while ago. He was like, bro, you just got to just do it, bro. So I'm just like, wait a minute. I turned around real fast, bro. I'm just like, bro, y'all can come with me if y'all want to, bro. But I'm going to do it my damn self. I went up to them, bro, and I'm just like, hey, I'm a wrestler. If you would like to put me on, then, hey, let's do some business. And you know what happened? They put me on. And I had one of my boys with me, Grant Sueno. He wrestled in Japan, and he's doing great things right now. But that got us in the news, bro. Just me, just like kind of showing initiative.
Yeah,
showing
initiative, taking and leadership. Yeah.
If I would have never did that, we would have never been on the news, bro. So it just you gotta do stuff like that and take that risk. Like me, I have anxiety, bro. But there's moments in time where it's just like that's why I asked the group to go instead of myself. I'm just like, hold up, bro. Sometimes you gotta step out of that comfort zone.
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta look within.
Exactly, bro. Sometimes it gotta be like that, bro. And just I hope I wouldn't say I hope. I know for a fact one of these days I'll be back on the news again. I definitely. And in a short amount of time, I will say I made a video about this. Like I've done some pretty solid things in my short span of my career. Like I was on TNA TV a few times. Like I was on JCW like once. I had the Fox 2 News appearance. I was an MLW extra. I was holding back Minoru Suzuki and stuff. Cool. So like, bro, like I did some pretty cool shit so far. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm gonna keep on adding to that repertoire.
Hell yeah, we both are, James. I really enjoyed this conversation. I got to get you back on another time. For sure.
For sure. And outside of this, we got to talk more, though.
For sure. But I think we're going to leave it there, though. So I appreciate you coming on, James. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your platform, my brother.
Yeah, bro.